Exactly the same thing as you. She did say what.
I know.
Doesn't seem like anyone else is going to join us, so we can head downstairs. There's the story. This one. Stand this way. I'd like to go through and take a seat, please. So welcome to our plant room. This is where we have the pieces of mechanical equipment that will allow our bunker to remain self-sufficient for the 30 days we will need it active. Just in front of you here is the air conditioning unit. This is the original one installed in 1961. If this bunker was active, the air conditioning unit would not have been used to heat or cool the temperature of the air, and that's to save resources. We don't want to waste our electricity, making ourselves a comfortable temperature. Now the air con would have been used to help pull in clean air from outside and circulate it throughout the bunker. So upstairs you guys had a look at our aerosol filter chamber. In there we have a piece of machinery which will work in short 60-second spurts to take a big gulp of contaminated air from outside the bunker and pass it through a series of activated charcoal filters, which are in those big gray boxes you saw. Now what activated charcoal does is it basically acts as a micro sieve, so it holds back all of those little contaminants in the air, allowing clean air to pass through down to the air conditioning unit, which as I said will send it around the bunker, and everyone has oxygen to breathe. We're all nice and happy. That's the way it should have worked. However, when those ROC members join us on the tour, I like to ask them all kinds of questions. And one of the things we usually end up talking about is what they themselves question. There you'll see the handle. Those handles are part of the metal fire door. So the fire door is going to slam shut, isolating the fire in that room so it can't spread. And there goes the sewage ejector. And once the door is closed, we're going to be able to send some gas down to put out the fire. Now the gas is housed in the room with the radiator.
You can't smell
No.
anything.
So we're just through this way. We'll go into the rooms we're passing later, but there is a method to the tour. So now that we're all together, we can enter, this is the best room, the operations room. So, as I said, we have a trip hazard in this room, and it's here at my right foot. We call it the mystery bolt, and that's because we're not entirely sure why it's here. But this building has the highest level of protection in all of English heritage. It's just us and Stonehenge with this high level of historic protection, which means anything within the historic fabric of this building we can't remove, including this little mystery bolt. So now that I pointed it out to you, try not to fall over it. But if you want to gather around this plotting board, we'll just have a look at the York group. So, if I can grab this, this is a list of 3-man posts within our York group. You can have a look there. Feel free to pass it around. Over on the west coast, though, you can see how dramatically the wind will change that spread of fallout. It's more elongated and curved. When we're talking about getting people out of harm's way, it's important that these lines are drawn as accurately as possible so you don't miss anyone. You don't want to leave anyone outside. And that's what the scientific advisors will be figuring out for us. So again, A is their active map. To the left, displayed B is their historic map. Beneath me here, we have displayed T, which is the national map, and displayed E, which is the European map. It's important to note that here in York, we wouldn't be the ones communicating with government or military directly. All of our readings would go down to the Lincoln Group, which is our regional headquarters, and they would be the one communicating outside of the ROC. So, this room is really designed a lot different than every other room we have in the library. It's 2 separate levels. The level we're at right now is at the same level as the car park, the way we came up and down. Badge with Fiery Fred making his triumphant return. We have this, which is a personal decimeter or decimeter, depending on your pronunciation. And what that is basically just this tube here. So as I said, we have people popping out to deal with the ground zero indicator. Once they come back through, they'll take their decontamination shower. They'll then clip this onto themselves. Suspended in this tube, there's a crystal. Depending on how much radiation exposure that individual has had, the crystal will move. If it moves too far, indicates too much radiation exposure, the person will finally be struck off the road. So that's the only way to get it. very industrious when they want to be.
I think I took a single picture going there.
No, you didn't.
I'm sorry. I have an hour between tour times, so I'll just get on subterranean for chance and do a little bit of searching. Because usually, if we have here in York, we have visitors from certain areas. Like we get a lot of people from Durham and things like that, so we try and find out freeman who's in those areas and different things.
That's off the top.
Oh my goodness. So is that the cultural that way then?
Books at all.